Happy birthday to Yonatan Cohen, and happy birthday to Usher Bennett. May you all live and be well, bis 120. In this wonderful sefer that I received from my Einikel, Reb Ari Shlita, Arya Meir, from Reb Levi Yitzchak, has a rather esoteric and profound discussion revolving around the fight between the Sar of Esav and Yaakov Avinu in Parshas Vayishlach. The machlokes between the Sar of Esav and Yaakov has tremendous implications for us. It's not simply a maisa, but it comes to teach us a veld of information which we need to know. And it revolves around great soidos of the Bria, and it's mentioned here in the Sefer of Reb Levi Yitzchak. When HaKadosh Baruch Hu created the world, there were three levels of existence. The upper world, known as the world of the Seraphim, which are inhabited by countless numbers of Malachim. The intermediate world of Galgalim, which includes all of the heavenly spheres, the heavenly bodies, the constellations, and all the things that we can see, that we can discern in Shamayim. And the lower world, which is the world of Olam Hazeh, and the world of humanity. These three different aspects of the human relationship with the HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Reb Levi Yitzchak explains, correspond to these levels of creation. Our head, Moichi, which we mention in our davening every day, corresponds to the world of the Malachim, because that brings us closest to the Boirei. The Malachim are close to the Boirei. They are entirely Ruchnius. They're not encumbered by any Yetzer Hara or the confusions of Gashmias. A person who focuses his Mayach, his Seichel, on HaKadosh Baruch Hu, can gain profound insights into the divine plan and the ultimate truths of the Bria. The heart corresponds to the world of the Galgalim, the heavenly bodies. Is brought down in the Sefer Yetzirah. The heart and the neshama represent the constellations of the year. If we think about the orbits of the constellations and all of the wonders of Shamayim, gives us an inkling into the tremendous das and wisdom that went into the Bria. Finally, our lower half of our body, our legs, represent the lower world, in which people take the marvelous workings in stride. They're so used to them. That's a separate and very long discussion, which I recently have had with a number of people. We take all of the great wonders of Olam Hazeh for granted. All the things that we have, our gesund, our koyach, our ability to think, our ability to use our body to do all the things that we do, very much taken for granted. Unfortunately, that also reflects on our ability to serve Hashem. Our emunah becomes a matter of rote. The word regel, which represents the leg, which I just mentioned, also alludes to the word hergel, which is habit. These individuals just do things by rote, by habit. They don't use their brain to bolster and to provide a basis for their emunah. They do it because they're used to it. That type of emunah is very unstable and can be undermined in a moment by some trivial apicursus. This is what was the fight between Yaakov and the Malach as they struggled that night. That was a ruchnius struggle. In the end, the Malach saw he could not overcome him, and he hit him on his leg, on his thigh. And then the Malach asked him for his name. And he said, your name is not Yaakov, but Yisroel, because you have struggled with heavenly beings and people, you have prevailed. The name Yaakov, as we all know, comes from the word Ekev, the heel, which is the bottom of the regel. It implies a relationship with Hashem, which can very easily be distorted and become unstable. But the long fight with the Malach revealed that Yaakov, through his own abilities, was able to rise to the level of being guided by his seichel, by his top level of Kedusha, the head. That had become dominant in his relationship with the Kadosh Baruch Hu. He named his name Yisrael. Yisrael, if you turn the letters around, spell out the words Li Rosh. The Malach struck him on his thigh to point out our ability to lose our faith if we do it by habit. But in the end, it says that the sun was shining on him because Yaakov was able to reach the true light of his emunah, enlightenment, just in the same way as the sun illuminates the world. His name was changed to Yisrael because his emunah came from the Rosh. We have that ability to work on ourselves and raise our levels and not fall into that habitual habit of doing things because we do it every day, because that's what we're used to doing. You have to work on it. Those of us who are known as FFBs from birth, that's our nisayon, that's our challenge. And that's interesting because Baalei Tshuva are so amazed and so excited by the things that they're learning that we take for granted. We shouldn't take these things for granted. We should all be Baalei Tshuva. We should all work on ourselves every single day to rise ourselves up from our herigel and make ourselves into a Rosh. Good Shabbos.